LSU, your national champion. They're at the podium. The coach, the Heisman winner. Everybody start answering questions.
And then I got back to the sideline after the second drive. I was like, they really are playing man-to-man with Jamar. So we started going to him heavy. And, I mean, he played so well. And that's just the kind of guy that he is. He's worked so hard for that, all of our guys.
Left side. Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm good.
Left side of the aisle. We're going to go right here in the midsection.
Joe, Bill Bender, Sporting News. I know you said you're speechless, but for what's been made of your journey and for you to deliver on this stage, whether it was people in Louisiana, Ohio State fans, or even the people in Athens, Ohio, what's it mean to you to deliver this performance while all of those people were cheering you on?
Feels good. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's been so many people that have come into this, from people that have helped me along my journey from Ohio, Louisiana, everywhere. And we couldn't have done it with a better group of guys. Not just football players, but great men that I just feel blessed to be a part of this.
Okay, we'll come down here to the front row.
Joe, Steve Moulton, ESPN Radio out of Huntsville, Alabama. That first pass to Moss that was called back felt like it took some juice out of the offense, and then to finally get it back, what really kick-started that offense after that first penalty?
Yeah, that was, we felt like if we had got that one, we would have been rolling on that first drive, and we would have kept rolling. And it did kind of take the wind out of our sails for a second, and defense stepped up all game until we started to get rolling. And, we feel like you can't hold us down for forever. I think we're too explosive. Our coaches are too good. Our players are too good. Our O-line is too good. And, they had a great plan coming in. Like I said, Coach Venables is great at what he does, and it just took us a while to get it figured out.
Come over here, standing on our far left.
Hi, Joe. Mark Myers, AP
Hi.
Broadcasting. Heisman and then a national title in just a few short weeks. Tell me what kind of emotions are you feeling now?
Some pretty good emotions. This is special. This doesn't happen. This doesn't come around every year. This is a special group of guys that really came together, and it's as close of a group that I've ever been around. I'm just so happy I was able to do it with Coach O, Patrick, and the rest of the guys in that locker room.
We're now going to move over to our far right that's standing.
Joe, Wilson Alexander over here from The Advocate. You talked so much about this incredible season that you weren't reflecting yet, that you were going to do it when it was over. Is it starting to set in what you've accomplished?
Not yet. We're still celebrating. Give us a couple days. We got tonight. We got the rest of this week. We're going to enjoy this one. A lot of work was put into this that nobody ever saw. Saturdays, Sundays, 7 days a week for 12 months. This is special.
Going to go up on the TV riser on our far right.
Joe here in the back. Daniel Brown, KTBS out of Shreveport. 10-point game. Terrace Marshall catches that touchdown pass. His saying is meant to be. At that point, did that championship feel meant to be?
Terrace, he took him a while to get going, but he made the championship play. And I couldn't be happier for that guy. He's worked harder than anybody on this team, and he's worked on his craft for a long time. 5-star coming in, had some bumps in the road, and for him to make that play, I'm so happy for him and his family.
We're going to go back here in the back right-hand aisle.
Joe, Andrew Clay, KTC in Lafayette. You will be a hero in this state for decades. Can you grasp that?
Where are you? There you are. Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, you will be a hero in this state for decades. Can you grasp that magnitude?
I think this what we did tonight can't be taken away from us. I don't know about the whole hero thing, but I know this national championship will be remembered for a long time in Louisiana. To do it in New Orleans is even more special, and this is going to be remembered for a long time.
Stay on the right-hand side, third row.
Patrick Billywitz with the New York Times. A couple questions. What, at the end of the latter part of the first half and the latter part of the second half, the defense really kind of buckled down. What can you kind of talk about what what you did to get rolling, and then also if you can describe, I guess, at the point in the last couple of years where you felt like maybe it was Joe's team to a degree.
At the end of the first half, Coach Arana sat us down, calmed us down. We was really anxious being out there, so we just, all gathered together and, just played team defense. And we always knew this was Joe's team from the day he came in. He was competing in sprints. So just for Joe to be that kind of person to come out on day one and try to give us the best that he can, we already knew it was his team.
Stay over in the same section, slightly further back.
Ed Danutzman from The Athletic. What did you think coming into the game about the potential of what a victory would mean, and how do you feel personally now?
I talked to the team about the focus all week was just to beat Clemson, not thinking the magnitude of, hey, we're going to win the national championship, what's going to happen, all that. So our focus was, and the guys just followed it, man. Our focus has been one game at a time, one day at a time. And our guys did a tremendous job. Now, I think that, this team is going to be mentioned as one of the greatest teams in college football history, 15-0, one of the greatest teams in LSU history, led by some of the greatest players. Give them all the credit. But, that's for you guys to decide. We're national champs. Well, we're 15-0. Whether we mention as one of the greatest teams or not, that doesn't matter to me. I think that we're going to get to work. We'll go to class on Wednesday. We'll start working on next year.
This will be our last question for the players.
Guys right here in the front. This would be for Ed and for Patrick. Matt Moscona, ESPN Baton Rouge. You forced Clemson into 9 punts. What worked so well, and did you think you could have that kind of success?
Yeah. I think the one thing is we stopped A-10. I thought our guys did a tremendous job of not letting him run the football on us. We knew Trevor was going to make some plays. They made some plays downfield. But you know what? I thought the coach around had a tremendous plan of getting pressure. We never panicked. And those 3 and outs and those punts were critical in the ballgame. I think this guy here, Patrick Queen, had a great game. And, we had to tackle in space. Had great athletes in space. And this guy made some great tackles tonight.
Coach Arana, had a great game plan since day one when we started studying them, and we trusted it, and we went to work on it. And just to be able to come into this game and be able to make those type of plays, I just want to give God the glory for it. And I just want to thank Coach O for believing in me and be able to play this position.
Joe and Patrick, thanks so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks.
We'll take questions for Coach now.
Take it easy on that cigar, boy.
We're going to start over here on our far left in the back.
There's so much talk about what this means for Louisiana, but for your small hometown on the Bayou, just no one really has ever even heard of it. What does it mean for that community to bring this for them?
I remember growing up there, man, losing was an option. It was not an option, man. You have to win. They win in mini basketball. You have to win in the backyard. The Cajun people took a lot of pride in who they were. LSU was big, obviously, watching Ronnie Estee and them play. So it's going to mean a lot to them. I mean, they're very prideful. It means a lot to everybody in the state of Louisiana. Everybody bled the purple and gold. I think it's a tremendous night for everybody.
As a reminder, please give us your name and affiliation. We'll stay in the same section right here in the back.
Coach, Bill Bender, Sporting News. 3rd and 10, late in the first half, you call timeout, or there was 2 timeouts taken. Joe takes that draw down to the 6-yard line. Just talk about that call, or don't talk about it, I guess. What went into that play call, and what did that show about Joe's toughness to make that play?
Well, we didn't want to have a penalty and go back to the 3rd and 15, and where the clock was about to run out. We didn't feel like we had the right play called. And, Steve said, "Coach, I need a timeout," so all I did was call timeout. And then obviously Steve made the play, he made the call. Joe's going to take the ball in his hands. Some of those plays tonight were passes called that Joe ran. Some of the plays tonight were runs that Joe passed. And so just give the great players a chance to make opportunities, make plays, and he did it.
Stay over here in the second row on our left.
Jeff Nowak with The Advocate. Yesterday Joe got to meet Drew Brees, which was talked about for a while. You have a lot of guys with the New Orleans connections with Jamar and others. Did winning this in the Superdome, talk about any of the added significance there? Do you think that kind of is more impactful? Because
I think it's magical, really do. I think that when we saw that the national championship would be in the Superdome at the beginning of the year, we set our target on that, although we did not talk about it. And we felt that once we come in the Superdome, we'd come out victorious because of the home field advantage. It was great to have Drew Brees yesterday at practice. I spent 1 year with them. He and Joe are a lot alike in a lot of ways as far as their work ethic, as far as their leadership on the football team. I remember watching Drew Brees, the 7-on-7. He ran it, and it was the best 7-on-7 I ever saw. There wasn't another coach out there. So Joe and he are a lot alike. I think that Drew Brees and his wife are great representations of the state of Louisiana. We're proud of them.
Let's go right here in the.
So there it is. You can't say LSU won a church raffle to win the title. Look at the preseason top four. Alabama, yep. Clemson, yep. Georgia opened up a can on Uga and friends. And I don't even want to talk about what they did to Oklahoma in the semi. LSU, your national champion, and nobody can deny.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.